Okay guys, let's get started. In today's video on algebra, we'll be looking at linear equations. Now let's say we have numbers such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or fractions such as 1 over 2, 1 over 4, 1 over 8, 3 over 5, or decimal numbers such as 0.5, 2.6, 1.5, call it anything, provided that you know what the number is. These numbers are called constants in algebra. Why are they called constants? Because their values are known and cannot change. 1 remains 1 and cannot be changed. 2 remains 2 and cannot be changed. That is why they are called, everything here is referred to as what? Constants. And these constants can be added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided, as the case may be. We can multiply 2 by 3 to have 6. We can add 2 to 3 to get 5. We can subtract 2 from 3 to get minus 1. And we can divide 2 by 3 to just get 2 over 3, as the case may be. Now, similar operation is performed when we have letters being used in certain cases. Let's say if you have something like X, Y, Z, A, or B, or C, or A over C, or B over D, or Q, or W, any alphabet. Anytime you come across alphabet used in algebra, they are referred to as variables. We call them variables. Why are they called variables? Because their values are not constant. Their values changes repeatedly. We don't know what X is. X can be any number, Y can be any number, Z can be any number, A can be any number, B can be any number. So whenever we come across letters used in certain equations or in combination with numbers, know that that letter is referred to as what? A variable. Now, in the same way, just as we do it in the case of constants, variables can be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided, as the case may be. We can add x plus x. And when we add x plus x, because we are adding the same variable, we are simply saying if I have one bottle and another bottle, how many bottles do I have? I probably have 2 bottles. So that is it. So when you have the same variable added together, what you get is 2 of those what variables. So in similar manner, when I have y plus y plus y, I'm going to have 3y. We cannot add x plus y because they are different what variables. We can only add similar variables together. We can also subtract variables. Let's say we can subtract variable. Let's say we have 3x minus x. This already simply means 3 bottles minus a bottle. How many bottles do I have? I have 2 bottles left. In similar manner, when you have 3x minus an x, what you have left is what? 2x. And these are some of the simple arithmetic that you are going to do with variables. And when variables are added together, they get doubled. When they are subtracted, they get reduced. So we can say 2x plus x will give you what? 3x. 2x minus x will give you what? 1x, which is the same thing as x. Variables can be multiplied and as at the same time divided, as the case may be. So let's say we have y times y. What will it give us? When you multiply two variables of the same value, you are going to have the variable squared. So if I say y multiplied by y, I'm going to have, how many y are here? I'll have y multiplied 2 times. If I have y times y times y times y, how many y's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means y raised to the power of what? 4th power. So that is how to deal with algebra. Now, when you see problems, when you see this type of expression, y raised to the power 1 is said to be that this variable y is of the order of what? 1. Y to the power 2 means that the variable is of the order of what? 2. Y to the 3rd power means it is of the order of what? 3. So the order in algebra means the power to which the variable is raised to. Now back to the real picture of what we are looking at, linear equations. When you have a variable mixed with a constant, let's say 2x plus 3, and an equality sign is serving as a boundary between this combination and, let's say, another variable, like a constant, let's say 10. This is referred to as a linear equation. Now, what is the most important thing about linear equations here? A linear equation is simply that equation that contains only one variable. And it's not just that it contains one variable. This variable is to the power of what? 1. As a matter of fact, if you come across an equation that contains the same variable but with the highest power being more than 1, that is not a linear equation. An example is when you have something like this: 2x squared plus 3x plus 4 equal to 0. Indeed, the variable is the same thing, x and x, but the order or the degree, the order to which this x, the highest power of x here, is 2. And as a matter of fact, this highest power of x, which is 2, exceeds the rule of what? Linear equations. The simple basic rule is that a linear equation, first of all, has only one variable, and that this variable is of the highest power of 1. It doesn't exceed that. So with this information, you can play around with as many problems as possible regarding asking you to identify whether or not a given equation is linear or not. When you see a linear equation, recognize it as an equation that consists of only one variable whose highest power is just 1. So that being said, let's get down to some solutions to algebraic problems involving linear equations. In addition, every equation is identified by the presence of a equality sign. It's not just okay to write a given term as, let's say, 2x plus 1. This is called binomial. Why is it called binomial? Because it consists of 2 terms, first and second term. Unlike monomial has only 1 term. We discussed that in our previous video. Trinomials, 3 terms, and so on and so forth. Now, it's not just enough to write something like this. This is not an equation. It becomes an equation when I put an equality sign and then attach a variable here or a constant here, as the case may be. So if I write 2x plus 1 and then say that it is equal to 5, or it is equal to 5 plus x, this becomes what? An equation. So what forms an equation is the presence of what? Equality what? Sign. So let's start off with how can we solve linear equations when we see them. So let's take an example. If we have 2x plus 3 equal to 10, the question is find x. To solve this problem, there are basic rules that we follow in order to tackle problems on linear equation. And what are those rules? Step 1, collect the like terms. Step 2, simplify. As easy as that. Step 1, collect the like terms. Step 2, simplify. And once that is done, you are good to go. So let's get down with the real thing here. So let's employ the steps in solving this problem. So step 1 in looking at this problem, let's collect the like terms. So what are the like terms here? Notice that x is only has one family here, that is 2x. But a constant 10 has a brother here, another constant 3 over here at the side of x. So what we do is we need to collect all the constants together and all the x together. And once we do that, we can now proceed with the simplification aspect. So let's collect the like terms. First, we need to eliminate this 3 from here and take him to the other side where it belongs. So to eliminate this 3 from here, there is something you must understand. Because there is an equality sign here, it simply implies that whatever thing you do to this side, you also repeat it to the other side. So if I add any number here, I'm also going to add another number there. Why am I doing that? Because this side is equal to this side. So they are like brothers. You cannot separate them. You cannot just say add 1 here and leave down the other number out. No. Whatever thing you do here, if you add a number here, you're definitely going to add a number here. If you multiply a number here, you will multiply a number here. If you subtract a number here, you're going to subtract a number there. And if you divide any number here, you're going to divide a number there. So that should be noted. So to solve this problem, I need to collect the like terms. So let's collect the like terms. 2x is the only guy here. So I don't have any problem with him. He will stay here. But 3 should go and meet who? 10. So to eliminate this 3, what do? I will employ the opposite operation that is holding 3 here. And what is that? Negative 3. So I will introduce negative 3 here. So I will have minus 3 here and minus 3 here. So that when I evaluate, I will have it that 2x, I will bring it down, plus 3 minus 3 will give me what? 0. My equality sign comes down. Then what I'll have there is 10 minus 3. So I've taken 3 out of this place and put him to the other side. So once I have done this, the next stage is to do what? Simplify. So let's go ahead and simplify this. So let's evaluate what this is. This becomes 2x equal to 10 minus 3 is what? Is 7. Now this is what I have. 2x is equal to 7. Now, so what do we do next? Since we have 2x is equal to 7, to find x, remember, notice that 2 and x is bounded together by a factor of multiplication. As we covered in our concept of introduction to algebra, whenever two variables are bounded by the factor of multiplication, to eliminate one of the constants, we introduce what? Division. So whatever thing we do here, we do the same thing there. So we remove 2 because it is bounded by multiplication. 2x means 2 times x. So to remove 2, we divide. So we divide by 2 here, divide 2 there. So 2 take care of 2, x becomes equal to 7 over 2. And that is the answer. So remember the rule, collect the like terms and simplify. So feel free to pause the video and try this problem yourself. 2x minus 3 equal to 9. Feel free to pause the video and try the problem yourself. Okay, so let's solve. So to tackle this, we can see that 3 here, C is broader there, so we collect the like terms. So to collect the like terms, 3 doesn't belong to this side, it belongs there. So we take 3 to the other side. To take 3 to the other side, we need to eliminate him from here. So to eliminate 3 from here, we take the inverse of the operation that it is having, minus 3. So we'd rather take what? Plus 3. Plus 3. So in that case, we evaluate 2x down. Then 3 minus 3 plus 3 will give you what? 0. So we have equal to 9 plus what? 3. So we go on. So in that case, we have 2x is equal to 9 plus 3 is what? Is 12. So what do we now do? Since we have 2x equal to 12, so to find x, it is bounded by factor of multiplication, so we divide. We divide all through by 2. 2, x becomes equal to 6. 12 divided by 2, and that is 6. That is the answer. Okay, let's try this problem out. If you have 4x minus 2 equal to 2x plus 5, the question is find x. Remember the simple basic rule. Step 1, collect the like terms, and step 2, simplify. So let's collect the like terms. What are the like terms that we have here? Notice that x is found here and found here. On the normal ground, they are just mixed up. So what we do is we need to collect them together. So x should go one side and constant should go to the other side. Two of them shouldn't stay together. So that's what we do first. So let's collect all x together and collect all constants together. So which one are we going to start off with? So let's start off with the x side. So to collect x together, what do? We need to eliminate x from here and then bring him over here. Or we eliminate this one containing x, this 4x from here, and then take the 4x to the other side. So whichever way that you want to follow, you are free to do that. So but I'm going to remove 2x from here and put it here. So to remove 2x from here, notice that this 2x is bounded by addition. Remember, any number standing alone is being bounded by an addition operation. So to remove it, I'm going to do what? Introduce negative. So I'll subtract 2x from here and subtract 2x from here. So we evaluate. What do I have? I'll have that this is 4x minus 2x. Remember, there is minus 2 here. Minus 2 equal to 2x minus 2x is 0. So what I'll have here left is only what? 5. So we have done for the first guy. So what's the next thing to do? So we now have 4x minus 2x minus 2 equal to what? 5. What's the next thing? I need to remove the constant minus 2 and take it to the other side. So to do that, I will add 2 to this side and add 2 to the other side. So in that case, I'll add plus 2 here, plus 2 there. We evaluate. So what do we have? We now have that 4x is down here, 4x minus 2x. So minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So bring down our quality sign. 5 plus what? 2. So we've succeeded in sharing both parties. We have collected the x's one side and we've collected the constant the other side. The next stage is to do what? Simplify. So to simplify, what do we do? Say 4x minus 2x. When you have 4 borders, you remove 2 borders out of it. All you have left is just 2 borders. So 4 minus 2, you just have 2x. And that is equal to what? 5 plus 2. And that is what? 7. So what do we do next? We now divide. When you have something like this, you can remember. So we divide it by 2, divide it by 2. X becomes 7 over 2. And that is the answer. Notice that the secret behind all this problem is you being able to recognize and reduce, collect the like terms first, and then simplify. Always remember that fact. Collect like terms and simplify, and you will not have problems with linear equations. So feel free to pause the video and try this problem yourself. 6x minus 2 equal to 2x plus 8. feel free to pause the video and try the problem out yourself. So to tackle this problem, what do? We simply collect the like terms as usual. So we start off with the first guy, remove 2x from here, and then remove minus 2 from here. We can do it at the same time, or we can do it separately at will. So to do it at the same time, what I'm going to do is that for this case, for me to remove minus 2 from here, I will introduce what? Plus 2, and I introduce plus 2 there. So to remove 2x from here, I will introduce, this is plus 2x. So to remove 2x, I will introduce what? Minus 2x, and then minus 2x. Then we'll do what? Evaluate. So to evaluate, what will I have here? I'll have 6x minus 2x. Then minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So I'll bring down equality sign. 2x minus 2x is what? 0. Then I'll have 8 plus 2. As simple as that. So you will now do what? Evaluate. 6x minus 2x, you have what? 4x. And that is equal to 8 plus 2, which is 10. So to find x, we divide by what? 4. Divide by 4. So 4 take care of 4. You have x being equal to 10 over 4, which is the same thing as 5 over 2. Now let's look at problems involving brackets. So let's say we have 3 into y plus 2 equal to 8y plus 10. Anytime you come across a linear equation involving brackets, the first thing you need to do is to take away the bracket before you collect the like terms. You don't start off with collection of like terms. Once you spot a bracket in linear equation, first step, remove the brackets and then collect the like terms and simplify. So first step we are going to do is to remove the brackets. And to remove the bracket, if you get any bracket, let's say variable, a bracket whereby a constant is multiplying the bracket, you simply use the constant, whatever number that is outside that bracket, to multiply everything that is inside that bracket, and that is how you eliminate the bracket. So what we do in this kind of problem, we say 3 multiplied by y, we have 3y. 3 multiplied by 2, we have what? 6. We have eliminated the bracket, and then we bring down equal to 8y plus 10. And once we get to this stage, you remember this stage is very familiar. We'll now do what? Collect the like terms and simplify. So let's do that and let's see where it takes us. So to collect the like terms, remember what we do? We eliminate the ones we want to eliminate from one side, and so what we do, which side do we want to come up? So we want to collect all the y this side and all the constant this side. So in that case, what we do is what? We eliminate this y that is here and bring it here and take the constant to the other side. We do both of them at the same time. So this is addition. So we eliminate this by bringing minus 8y. So because we introduced that here, we're also going to introduce that here, minus 8y. Then in the case of the constant, we need to remove 6 here and put it to the other side. So because there's plus 6 here, we introduce minus 6 here, minus 6 there. So we evaluate. So in the case of evaluation, we now have 3 minus 8y. This will write it down, 3y minus 8y. 6 minus 6 is 0, so we don't need to worry about that. So we bring down our equality sign. 8y minus 8y is 0. We need not to worry about that. So we now write down 10 minus 6. And as simple as that. So the next stage we are going to do now is to simplify. Having collected the like that, we simplify. So 3y minus 8y will give us 3y minus 8y will give us minus 5y, and that is equal to 10 minus 6. It will give us what? 4. So that being said, the next stage is to do what? Evaluate what y is. Now to get what y is, we need to eliminate minus 5. So because the minus is before the number, so we divide all through by the number. So we divide it by minus 5, divide by minus 5, negative 5, negative 5, we have y out. So the answer becomes minus 4 all over 5, and that is the answer. So notice that when you see a bracket, what you do first is to tackle the problem in the bracket first before every other kind of problem. So feel free to pause the video and try this kind of problem yourself, and let's see what you have. If you have 6 into x minus 4 plus 3 into x plus 7 equal to 3. Find the value of x. So to tackle this problem, the first stage is do not collect the like terms yet. The first stage you're going to do is simply do what? Take the brackets off. So to take the bracket off, we multiply it by the constant variable in front of the bracket. So because of to take this bracket off, we say 6 times x, we have 6x. 6 times minus 4, we have what? Minus 24. Then we have plus, we come over to this side. 3 times x, we have what? 3x. And then we have 3 times 7, we have what? 21. And that is equal to what? 3. So that being done, the next stage you're going to do now is we'll collect the like terms. This is pretty smooth. The like terms here is pretty smooth. They are all at this side. So there's no need dividing both sides because whatever thing I'm still doing in the collection of like terms is still on this side. Notice that we have 6x here and 3x here. They are all at one side of the equation. There is no x at the other side of the equation. So I'm not going to worry my head trying to talk about the other side of the equation. So because the x are here, just collect the like terms here comfortably. So I have 6x plus 3x. Then what other like terms I'm having? Plus 21 minus 24 equal to what? 3. Notice that I did not divide both sides by that particular variable. Why? Because there is no x variable at the other side of the equality sign. So that is why I didn't do that. So this is just like our normal operation like we did in the previous video that involving simplification of algebra. So what we do next is to do what? Is to simplify. So to simplify, we simply say 6x plus 3x, what do we have? We have 9x plus 21 minus 24, we have minus 3 equal to what? 3. So what do we do next? Having looked at this looks at like the first problem we solved. So what we do here is we simply eliminate, collect the like terms again. We eliminate these 3 here. So to eliminate this 3, we introduce what? Plus 3. Because there's plus 3 here, we're taking it to the other side. We also do the same thing for here. Plus 3. So in that case, we evaluate this and this will give me what? 9x minus 3 plus 3 is 0. So we bring down the equality sign. 3 plus 3 will give me what? 9. So to get x, we divide all through by 9. Divide all through by 9. 9, 9, we have x. 9 over 9, and that is what? 1. And that is the final answer. So let's take another example. Feel free to pause the video and try the problem out yourself. Let's say we have 5 into x plus 3 minus 2 into 3x minus 2 equal to 2. Feel free to pause the video and try this problem out yourself. Remember the rule? Take the bracket out first and then collect the like terms and simplify. So let's quickly get down to work. So to remove the bracket, we take the constant variable before the bracket and multiply everything inside that bracket. So we have the constant variable here, which is 5. So we use 5 to multiply x, we have 5x. Use 5 to multiply plus 3, we have plus 15. And we are done with this guy. Then we'll come over to the side containing minus 2 into this. So what we're going to do first is that because of this negative sign here, it is going to affect the sign that is inside this particular variable. So the first thing we do is we multiply the numbers alongside with the sign. So what we are actually saying is we are not just saying 2 times 3x, but rather we are saying minus 2 multiplied by 3x. And when minus 2 multiplied by 3x, we have minus times plus here, and that is minus. 2 times 3 is what? 6x. And we also do the same thing for the one inside there. That is to say minus times minus, we have what? Plus. 2 times 2, and that is what? 4, equal to what? 2. Now notice that if we had had something like, let's say plus 2 into 3x minus 2 equal to 2, we wouldn't have worried our head much on that. So what we would have just done is, because it's addition, we will just go straight and multiply 2 times 3, and that is 6x, 2 times this minus 4. But because there is a negative sign here, we need to take this sign into consideration. So anytime you come across problems whereby there is negative sign before the constant in which you're going to use to multiply the bracket, make sure you use the sign and multiply the variable first before you multiply with the constant number. So let's continue with our problem. So having done that, we have concluded this. The next stage is to do what? Collect the like terms. Remember, anytime you are collecting like terms and it happens that the like term you want to collect together are all at one side of the equation, you don't need to introduce any variable or do the same operation for both sides of the equation. You just stick to that side of the equation. But anytime you are collecting like terms and one of the like term is found at the other side of the equation, what do? You need to do what? You need to subtract that particular one from that side of the equation and also repeat the same thing here. So that case, because I'm having 5x here and minus 6x here, and they are all at one side of the equation, I don't need to worry my head. I just go ahead and take them together. They have become 5x minus 6x, and what do I have next? I have plus 15 plus 4 equal to what? 2. So we will simplify a little bit and see what we have. 5x minus 6x will give me what? Minus 1x, that is minus x. Then plus 15 plus 4 will simply give me what? 19, and that is equal to what? 2. So what's the next stage? Now we have reduced this thing into a very simple form of the equation. So we will continue to explore. So let's go ahead and solve. So having found this kind of problem, what do we do now? We need to make x to stand alone. So first thing we need to do is to do what? Remove 19, take it to the other side. So to remove 19 and take it to the other side, notice that assuming that this plus 19 was found here, so I wouldn't have worried my head trying to do it for the both parties. But because the 19 is found at the other side of the equality sign, so whatever thing I'm going to do here, I'm also going to do it to the other side. So what I'm going to do, I will say this will become minus 19 here, minus 19 there. So that when I evaluate, I will have this to be that I'll bring down my minus x, and then plus 19 minus 19 will give me 0. Bring down my equality sign. 2, I'll have 2 minus what? 19. So in that sense, so we take it up. So what we have now is minus x equal to 2 minus 19. Remember the table I gave you on minus times minus being equal to what? Plus. Plus times minus being equal to minus. Minus times plus being equal to minus, and plus times plus being equal to plus. Remember this table. It is very, very helpful when tackling problems involving negatives. So when we have 2 minus 19, how do we do that? Remember, notice that what is here is positive. So we simply say plus times minus, and that is what? Minus. So we subtract 19 minus 2 will simply give me what? 17. So we write 17 down. But this 17 is going to take the sign of the bigger number. So between 19 and 2, which is the bigger number? 19. The sign is negative. So this is minus 17. So what is x? Now notice that we are looking for x and not minus x. So find what x is here. Since I have minus x here equal to minus 17, what I'm going to do is I will cancel both sides. Remember that this negative is bounded together with what? With x. So I'm going to divide all through by what? Minus. So I'll divide here by negative, divide here by negative. So a negative will cancel negative, I will have what? X. So the negative will cancel negative, I will have what? 17. And that is the final answer. So I believe we'll be able to cover some important concepts on linear equations.